It's July, and I know you are all excited for it because it's ice cream week. This year is all about the infusion of fruits and herbs. I'm taking fresh fruits and fresh herbs, combining them into unique flavors, 5 awesome ice cream recipes, all brand new, all so fresh, and all exciting. All these flavors are coming up on this week's Wise Guide. This is the 5th annual Ice Cream Week. I know you're probably wondering, why do you do Ice Cream Week? One, it kind of seems weird because this year was all about brunch, which, okay, you know what? We could totally have ice cream for brunch. But honestly, I do Ice Cream Week because I'm obsessed with ice cream. And yeah, I actually am obsessed with ice cream. You guys are always asking, what do you actually eat? Do you eat everything you make? Do you eat all those baked goods? Okay, obviously I don't eat everything, but you know what? The one thing I always finish and never let go to waste, never give away as a gift, it's ice cream. I love my ice cream. Growing up, Dad loved ice cream, so our whole family loved ice cream. And I love to make ice cream. When I was little, it was a lot more of a chore and really only for special occasions that you would break out that white mountain freezer, which seriously still makes like the best ice cream. But now, it is so much easier. I have an attachment for my KitchenAid, which is like any other countertop ice cream model. You just freeze the canister and then you can make ice cream. And this year, I'm completely inspired by what is in season, and that is fresh fruit and my herbs. My herbs are exploding in the garden, so I like to use them in weird ways. Today's is really unique. It's a Szechuan peppercorn strawberry basil ice cream. Yeah, that's right. It is weird because it has peppercorns in it and basil, but let me tell you something. Once you get them just slightly in there, you are gonna love it. To start, all my ice creams are pretty much the same base. In a 4-quart kettle, pour some whole milk. Yeah, use whole milk. Let's not skimp on that fat. Some heavy cream. Yeah, whole milk and heavy cream. Yeah, you're welcome. Then you just wanna have some strawberry puree. For this, when my strawberries are in season in June, I freeze them whole and then use them in all sorts of things. So just thaw some whole frozen strawberries out, or if you can find them fresh, and then blend them up. I'm just using an immersion blender because it's quick. Just keep blending until it's smooth. Once you have your puree, just put it right into the kettle. Add some sugar, some corn syrup. The corn syrup only helps that when it freezes, it does not get large ice crystals, so it's really smooth and creamy. And salt. Then we're gonna add that unique ingredient, Szechuan peppercorns. I know these are weird. They're a fun pepper to use. They're completely different tasting. Some people call them anise pepper or flower pepper because it has almost a floral taste. And it has this weird thing where it kind of has this numbing effect on your tongue. Completely safe, don't worry, but it's just fun. Put them in like a mortar or pestle or any way you want to just crush them up a bit. You just want to make sure they're all opened and can crush up. Once they're ready, just pour them right into your ice cream. Whisk that together, then place it on the stove over medium heat. While that's coming up to temperature, you can just whisk together a little bit of milk and some Mira-Cleer or cornstarch. You know, I've been making ice cream so much that I actually love using Mira-Cleer. It's a lot like cornstarch, but it's also called clear gel. It's slightly different. It actually thickens it a little bit better and does not let as much air into the ice cream as it's churning. So it makes it denser, creamier, and richer. If you can't find it, use cornstarch. Whisk that together until it's smooth and then set it by the kettle. As you probably noticed, I'm not using eggs. Yeah, no eggs, so you don't need to worry about the curdling or tempering in those egg yolks. This is a lot quicker and it's more delicious in the end. Once that mixture is boiling, just move it aside on the stove, mix that slurry one more time, and then pour it in while you're whisking. When it's all in there, put it back over the heat, let it bubble throughout, that way you know all that clear gel or cornstarch is activated. Once it's all bubbling, you can just pull it off the stove and then finish it off. To finish this off, we're gonna add some basil leaves. I'm just using fresh basil out of the garden, just pull the leaves off and pop them in. We're just gonna let this steep for about 15 to 25 minutes. You don't wanna let it go too long or you could get almost some bitterness out of the basil, so just enough that you get the light flavors of the peppercorns and the basil. Once they have steeped, you can just strain them out right into a container that you can put in the fridge. Strain out all the solids. You don't want to crunch on pepper while you're eating it, you just want the flavor. Once it's strained, pop it in the fridge and let it chill well. Any countertop ice cream freezer where you freeze the canister in the freezer needs to make sure that you have a chilled base to put in it. If it isn't, it will not get hard. After you chill the base for about 8 hours, you know it's gonna be really well chilled. Just get your canister ready, whatever your instructions are, pour the base right in, and then churn it. In about 20 to 25 minutes, you are gonna have delicious ice cream. At this point, I always say, make sure to put it back in the container and then freeze it for another 4 hours so it really firms up. But you know what's great? If you use clear gel or Mira-Cleer thickener, it's almost ready to eat as is. It makes it so much thicker and harder as it freezes. Once you've chilled it and firmed it even more, you are ready to serve this. It is delicious. Those flavors are unique, but it is still ice cream, but it is just an awesome excitement for your taste buds. If you agree and like this and want to see more awesome ice creams, make sure to come back and check out wiseguide.com. For the recipe, go to the description box, and until next time, get out and start churning ice cream.